Lori Bartley looks excited. Greg needs a haircut.
I think everybody needs a haircut in the color.
I got me a coronavirus haircut.
Yeah.
Put the clippers to it myself.
Greg's not even going to speak to us about a haircut.
Oh.
I'm with you, Greg. I just don't have a hat on.
I tell you what, this is the thing. Maybe there'll be a lot less hair coloring after this, because by the time we're done, honey, it's going to be 6 weeks, 7 weeks grown out.
That's probably true.
Not okay.
Okay, we are now live, Greg, so you can start the meeting.
All right, we're going to call the meeting to order for April 16th, Menifee County Board of Education. I'd like to thank everybody first of all, for all the work they've done through all been through.
Oh, yes.
Everybody that they can continue to be safe, and maybe we get through this shortly. First item of business is going to be roll call. Board Member Evans.
Here.
Board Member Smith.
Here.
Board Member Manis.
Here.
Board Member Cooper.
Here.
And I am here. Next item of business, Pledge of Allegiance.
Greg, before you do the pledge, would just like to state that we are being recorded on YouTube and Facebook Live. If any members of the audience has questions, please submit those in chat to Facebook Live, and we'll answer those during the communication sharing portion of the meeting. Go ahead.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America,
and to the
republic for which it stands,
one
nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice
for all.
Now we're silence. Next item of business is adopt the agenda. There's no discussion. I make a motion to agenda.
Second.
All those in favor of adopting the agenda signify by saying aye. Motion carries. Student recognition, staff recognitions. Do we have anything?
I do. First of all, you've already hit on this, Chairman Spencer, about the of just everyone working together during these uncharted times. We just really appreciate everything, but really want to thank the staff, students, bus drivers, cooks, custodians, teachers, administrators, just going above and beyond the call of duty during this time, and just really let you know how much appreciative we are of each and every one of you, proud of our community, and proud of our kids. We're sacrificing a whole lot to make sure that everyone is healthy, and that's our goal, is to make sure that all of our kids they're educated, they're fed, and they're healthy. And those are our three goals that we have here. Just want to kind of give you an update to kind of show you the job that the staff has been doing, as well as some other things that are going. We've delivered almost 30,000 meals since this started back in March. Just want to remind anyone under the age of 18, regardless of where you're in school or attend another school, we are feeding those folks right now. And just through the admirable job of our bus drivers and our cooks, everyone working together, is just really a phenomenal feat here in Menifee County. Today alone, we sent out 3,072 meals.
Wow.
Bus drivers for working to deliver meals, volunteering to deliver some of the meals to students that missed bus meal drop-offs, just going above and beyond that call. Teachers taking meals and packets to students that not only, if they're coming from other districts, but for non-resident students, still taking those meals as well as packets to students in other counties. The Meals to Grow Back Pack program continues to provide necessary food for even on the weekends. And our staff has copied and distributed over 15,000 packets to our students without internet service. So, just a lot of things going on. Central office staff, we've been limiting the central office staff coming in. Of course, the principals have too within the buildings, but just done a phenomenal job. And then would also like to remind everyone, a lot of information is on our Facebook account. Please take a look at that, not only with the school's Facebook accounts, but with the district Facebook account. Just a lot of information out there, and we're trying to highlight a lot of our things that are going on within the district. And also, we just want to send a big salute to all of our students, the entire school community, for their support and hard work during these unprecedented events. And as our governor states, we will get through this. And we just encourage everyone to stay healthy, stay safe, and we'll get back to normal as soon as we possibly can. And we are Menifee.
Thank you, Mr. Thanks everybody again for all their hard work. It's y'all been a blessing to the community. Treasurer report, balance sheets.
Lori, are you with us?
Yep. Okay, if you look at your general fund, you have 1,777,000. Your special revenue fund is a negative 458,000, and we've already received quite a bit of that back because they're all on quarterly reimbursements of our grants. District activity fund is Fund 21. It's 51,000. The student activity money is 41,000. Our capital outlay fund is 99,000.
And Lori, let me go back to that student activity fund just a moment. We had our seniors, of course, the senior trip was postponed. They had been out $23,000. We have refunded every single dime of those students' money that they've paid for that trip. And we're waiting to get some reimbursement from the company that they actually went through in order to book the trip. So we have reimbursed those students because we realize that now's not the time to be, if they need extra money and so forth, that's putting that money back into their hands. So they should have their refunds back for that trip.
That's good. The building fund is 112,000 in the hole, but that is, we'll get our second part from the state in May. The construction fund is still at 13,249,000. And if you notice the debt service, I moved all that money over there. So you've got 383,000 in there, but there'll be payments going out this month and next month. And then the food service is at 96,000 for now.
Any questions, discussions?
I make a motion to approve the munis balance sheet.
I'll second.
All those in favor of approving the munis balance sheet, signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Monthly financial report.
Okay, if you look on page 5 of your monthly financial report, you can see our year-to-date number, which is in column 3, is it's almost 6.7 million that we received so far this year. This time last year was 6.5. And on page 11, nope, sorry. It's usually 9. Yeah. Sorry, they're sticking together on me, of course. On page 9, our year-to-date expenditures is 5 million. This time last year was 4.7, and we still have a contingency of 781,000. Like I said, we always put a lot of budget into those maintenance on our buildings. That was actually a question I was going to ask, since our students haven't been in the classrooms. How is that going to affect our budget? Do you think we'll see a savings from that?
You may have some. Go ahead, Lori.
I really don't think so, because you still have the heat and the air conditioning. It's always lower this time of year anyway. And they do turn stuff off, but we have to keep the MacBooks on. They're doing the COVID research. A lot of that stuff is still plugged in and that type of thing. There will be some savings because of this time of year anyway. So, well, I was thinking water for sure. We probably will have a slight savings from that, but electricity I figured would be about the same. But I'm just curious if we had seen any of that. Not yet. I haven't. Okay. Because it'd be for last month. Yeah.
You may see some savings in custodial supplies, things of that nature.
I thought that would go up.
Well, you may, but you may, as far as in the restrooms with like tissue paper and things of that nature, you may see some stuff go down. But you also have to remember the general fund, we're going to feed our kids.
And for sure.
You may want to, your Fund 51, I think last month, we took about a $30,000 hit in Fund 51. So realize that the general may have to go back and pick that fund up at the end of the year, but we're going to feed our kids.
Well, that's one of the things I was thinking, if we had some savings from that, then that could definitely be passed on, to help do the things that maybe we're not going to get paid for.
Yes. And we are also applying for FEMA, and we're hoping that if we don't get full reimbursement, just like with the senior trip or whatever, that we may get reimbursement back through FEMA. We're also submitting claims for like our food service. If we're not getting the full claims, then Kristen and Lauren, and as well as some other folks, are working on getting that taken care of.
Okay.
Okay, I kind of lost track. I don't think we voted on that, have we?
No.
We approve the financial report.
I'll second.
All those in favor of approving the monthly financial report, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Bank reconciliation.
All right, if you look at the bank reconciliation and we take all our balance sheet numbers that we just discussed, we have a reconciled balance of $15,127,157.15. We've got about 13 million in our deposit bank where we're earning interest on that. And we earned an additional 25, is that what I told you, Mr. Spencer? 26,000.
That's correct.
Great.
Monthly on that. So we're right over 200,000 is what that we've earned in interest.
Good.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
I make a motion that we approve the bank reconciliation.
I'll second.
All those in favor of approving the bank reconciliation, signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Cash flow statement.
All right, when you look at this, I've input the new figures in here with the revenue and all the expenditures and taking out the bond balance that we have right now. And it looks like we're projected for all of our funds at 1.4 million and general fund right around 900, a little over 900,000. I'm hoping for $1 million in that.
We'll remain optimistic with that.
That's still a good, healthy number.
Yes, it is.
I make a motion that we approve the cash flow statement.
Second.
All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. 10 items.
You have, I do want to go over a few of those with you. Of course, a lot of them are just monthly meeting things that we typically go through. Annual bids for 2021 for lubricants, school pictures, yearbook concessions. Those are included in your packets. I think we had one bid for school pictures and yearbook. That was Life Touch. The rest of the bids, I don't think we got bids on other things, so we'll utilize the bids that we've used in the past. Approve a capital funds request. That would be to allow us to utilize those capital outlay funds to assist us with the bleacher project as well as some of the door access at Menifee County High School. Of course, most of you all are aware our principal at Botts Elementary, Joe Harris, was involved in an automobile accident. And right now, Miss Tanya Means, I've named her as our acting principal at Botts with an extra service pay of $2,100 until Mr. Harris, if he's able to come back for the remainder of this year. And then we're looking at approving an assistant principal's job description for as part of your allocation at Botts as well as Menifee Elementary for the upcoming school year. And this is in preparation as we get ready to open up new Menifee Central in 21-22 school year. We're also looking, I'm asking you to apply for NTI days for 2021. That doesn't have anything to do with this year's NTI days. That's just next year. If we have inclement weather, we will apply to get 10 NTI days next year if we need those And that's just to work if we've got extended as far as a bad winter or times that we need those NTI days. But once again, I want to state that doesn't have anything to do with our current NTI days for this school year.
I have a question.
Yes.
Had we used NTI days prior to this year?
We have not.
Okay, I did not think so, but
And that's
just
what
was
makes
wondering.
it so remarkable with the job the staff has done with this.
Yeah.
Several districts have done it a long time, and our folks have done a really nice job with it, considering they had about 3 days to prepare for it. Next items is you'll see several grants on here, and we're looking just to improve the security cameras for our schools. The 1920 calendar, of course, that is just looking at the calendar. We will have 28 NTI days up through May the 1st. And then, of course, we'll be waiting to see what happens with the remainder of the school year. And I'll answer those questions during the communications and sharing in a few moments. But as of right now, the last day of school, we'll have 1,062 hours in and 170 days on May the 15th will be the last day of school. And right now we're out of school through May the 1st. And we will, that would mean that we'd have 10 school days left from May the 4th through May the 15th. And we'll just follow the orders of state and local and national health officials, and we'll go with their recommendations for the remainder of for those 10 days and see where we are. So as of right now, we'll still be doing NTI at least through May the 1st, and we'll just continue based upon the recommendation of the governor and other local, state, and health officials. A few other items. Section 125 provider. We did an RFP at the last meeting, and we had 2 of those come in. It was Houchins and American Fidelity. Would ask that we probably go back with American Fidelity for this year, since we've got a lot of unknowns right now and uncharted waters. I'd recommend we probably stay where we are right now. Bonded depositories, KDC membership, MOA with Morehead State University, approval of the certified evaluation plan. That basically just there's 10 standards now for principal evaluation instead of 7 in the past. Then approval of Menifee Central Playground. It's $108,000. We will utilize the $200-some thousand that we have from our interest from that our projects. And then that's including mulch, but what we have intentions of doing, we've written some grants, is to put in a rubberized surface up there where we will not have to fool with mulch and make sure that we won't have mulch throughout the building and make sure that the playground has that rubberized surface. And at this time, we had looked at the performance report or performance project with the high school of doing the HVAC units, but we will not be allowed to use bots or Menifee Elementary in that project. Simply due to the fact that we will be closing those 2 facilities, and we really wouldn't have enough to be able to do that performance bond at this time. So we'll have to wait until we get 1 year in Menifee Central before we'd be able to do that. So right now we just look at probably just taking and abolishing that, and we'll review that at a later date. And then you got your independent auditors contract with Summer McCreary and Sparks. And then the last items that came in, and we just got these, I guess yesterday morning, we had them within the 24-hour notice, is you got your insurance bids in. They have went up some this year. Total insurance, total workers' compensation. We've also added some cybersecurity insurance coverage this year. If you all recall, there was a district, I think maybe it was Scott County, that had someone get into their system and got a substantial amount of money. So we did add that coverage this year. Don't really think that we would have that issue, but we want to be prepared. But your total for all those is right around $153,000, which is about a $25,000 increase from what you paid this year. But still not bad considering all the things that you're getting insurance for, as well as a workers' comp and other items. And we'll also be getting a $5,486 rebate check back from Kimi. So those are your insurance bids, and those are your consent agenda items.
Any questions or discussion?
I move we approve the consent items.
I'll second.
All those in favor of approving the consent items signify by saying aye. Motion carries. Discussion and approval items, SBDM allocations.
Okay, just want to go through these with you. Of course, this has to be submitted to the schools by May 1st. We have worked with, of course, Ms. Means in an acting role at Botts and then also at Menifee Elementary at the high school. We have had some decrease in enrollment at Botts Elementary. You can see it, they went from 195 to 176, whereas the enrollment at the high school or Menifee Elementary has stayed right around the same of 475 students. And then the high school has dropped just a little bit from right around 300-ish down to around 293 for the upcoming school year. We will be looking at, when we're doing our allocations, you can go through, Botts looks as if it could potentially be losing 2 staff members. And then it appears that the high school will be losing 1 staff member based upon these allocations. And then, of course, if they needed them, we could always go back and change that allocation throughout the summer.
Any questions or discussions?
Is that form the official form?
That's the official form.
I noticed that assistant principal total is still 1.05. It's 0.3 at Botts.
It should be 1.0. What we've got that is an Excel spreadsheet, and I think what happens is it rounds it up, Matt. So that should be 0.25 on Botts Elementary.
All right.
So when you make your motion, that should reflect 0.25, not 0.3 at Botts Elementary for the assistant principal.
All right.
Thank you for catching that, Matt.
Sorry, I changed that 3 or 4 times. I don't know what happened.
They don't like you.
Well, if you see, it's the decimal point. You
Well,
have to tell them.
The other one's 0.75. I didn't round it up, so it is probably that one cell acting funny.
Yeah. Got me fits.
So any other questions about your allocations?
I make a motion to the SBDM allocations.
I'll second.
All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Approved change orders.
Okay. I just wanted to go through those with you. The one that the total change orders is a total of, for every single one of those, is an additional $46,000. It ranges anywhere. The biggest one, of course, you all give me permission to approve any change order that was below $24,999. I could do so. There's only one in there, and it is 260-02. And that one is, we had to include a dishwasher as well as a booster heater for the dishwasher. And I don't know whether we can see that or not. Maybe I can blow that up. Just blew completely off the screen.
It's readable.
But the total of that is $33,540. And what that does, it puts in a dishwasher within the school, and it also adds one of the additional drinking fountains. You have to have a school now. You have to have where you fill a water bottle with the drinking fountains. So that
we also added drinking fountains closer to the playground, right, Mr. Spencer?
Yes, that is correct. But the dishwasher alone was right around $25,000, and the booster was in that same vicinity. But I just this is the one that I wanted you to take a look at. And then also, we'll be putting in some card readers within the building as well of $13,000. So just wanted you to be aware of that change order. We're still, I think, $700,000 to $800,000 in contingency with this project still.
Yes.
And which is really,
I like that.
Really,
Yes.
I make a motion to approve that long list of change orders.
I'll second.
All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Principal update, instructional support.
Okay, the principal submitted reports here, and I'll go over those with you. This is from Mrs. Schwartz, and I know this may be hard to see, so I'll read it to you. This is what they'd be reporting to you. Menifee County High School is proud to honor and celebrate the accomplishments of our senior class by providing senior spotlights on several different social medias: Facebook, Mountain Telephone local channel, and the local newspaper. Seniors can email Mrs. Lewis or call the school to provide information for these spotlights. We started those this week. If you've not looked at those on our Facebook account, please take a look at those. We are very proud of our seniors, and they're sacrificing a whole lot this school year in order to make sure that everyone is safe and also remaining healthy within our community. We have also done some other things for our seniors that we'll be doing some presentations throughout the remainder of this school year for them as we progress and go through this uncharted times. Also, to increase communication and clarification of systems, the high school has launched a new guidance webpage that allows parents and students to go online and see course offerings, academic services, scheduling, guidance services, transcripts, scholarships, financial aid, career exploration, and more. Go to the high school webpage and click on guidance on the right side of the menu. Scheduling forms and Google Forms are available on the high school website. Make sure all students have filled out a schedule request form for next year. Ms. Schwartz and Mr. Manley and Ms. Lewis will be sending some more information out on that. She just wanted me to make you aware of that tonight. Coming soon, we'll also have our CTE, Career Technical Education website and showcases. The website link will be located on the district and high school websites. This site will allow students and parents to review our CTE career pathways, as well as dual credits, co-op, and advanced placement courses. We will announce this as soon as it's up to date and running. We have amazing student body who are working hard every day. The staff are doing a phenomenal job communicating and making great connections with parents and students. I'd like to also thank our janitors, assistants, cooks, and bus drivers for making sure all of our students are being fed. We are blessed to live and to work in an amazing community that takes care of each other. Thanks to everyone. That was Ms. Schwartz's report. And Ms. Means' report. Ms. Means would like to recognize all of our Botts Elementary and Menifee K-8 staff for working so hard to provide food and quality instruction to our students during this difficult time. This effort has been amazing. I'm currently working to complete all evaluations at Botts Elementary and the K-8 building. They should be finished by next Friday. Budgets and 30/60/90 plans for both schools will be up to date by this Friday. Contacts are being made with all of our students and families. We are making the very best out of an awful situation. We all miss our students.
Thank you. SBDM minutes. Any
Those
questions?
can be made available upon request if you would like those.
Office of Education Accountability.
Would like to just go over this report. Back in, I guess, February, we received notification that actually February 27th, we had several interviews investigating a wrongdoing. Basically, was stating that our board chair had a financial conflict of interest with the Board of Education membership. And when you go through and read all this, it does find that there's a resolution, and that resolution that was nothing was done wrong. This report is made public and will be available for anyone who wants to see this, but I will just go through the findings with you real quick. This may take just a few moments, but I want to make sure that we share this because I want to assure the public and everyone involved that we are doing everything in the best possible manner for making sure that the students of Menifee County are receiving a great education and that we're doing it in a fair and ethical manner. And this is one thing that we do is our integrity. And anytime our integrity is questioned, we want to prove that we are very, as far as our integrity goes, we are going above and beyond of making sure that we are providing good quality services to our kids in a fair and ethical manner. Gregg Spencer began serving on the Menifee County Board of Education in 2014 and is now in the middle of his second term of the board. He's current school board chair and serves on the board's finance committee as well. Mr. Spencer is employed as a salaried supervisor at the local rock quarry in Frenchburg, Kentucky that was under the longtime ownership until recently of the Walker Company. His employment with the Walker Company began where he was hired as high school as a summer help and has continued involved in its present state over the last 34 years. Mr. Spencer advised OE investigators in May of 2019 the Walker Company sold the rock quarries it owned, and that as a result, he no longer has any connections to the Walker Company. In May of 2019, while Mr. Spencer was sitting on the board, the Walker Company entered into a contract with the Menifee County School District for site clearing work on a piece of land where the district planned to build a new K-8 school building. The Walker Company had shared ownership affiliation with another company called Pax Walker. Pax Walker also had a contract relationship with the Menifee School District and entered into a contract with the district on August 17th to be construction manager of the new K-8 construction project. Both of these contractual relationships are ongoing as the new K-8 school project is to be completed in 2021. Mr. Spencer stated to the OEA investigator that he does not presently have or has never had any ownership interest in either the Walker Company or Pax Walker, and that he has no influence or control of the financial and contractual decisions either company makes. He also advised investigators that he received no financial benefit as a result of the contracts the Walker Company or Pax Walker have with the district. Finally, he stated that he has no involvement in any way with the bidding process the two companies engaged in order to obtain their contracts with the district. The fact was confirmed by the district finance officer who oversees and administers the bidding process. Mr. Spencer also asserted that he has never done any work for Pax Walker. OE investigators examined board meeting minutes spanning from 2017 to February 2020. Mr. Spencer abstained from the vote on August 17, 2017, in which Pax Walker was approved as a construction manager for the building of the new school. He also abstained for the vote in May 2019, in which the board approved the contract with the Walker Company. Mr. Spencer advised investigators that although there was no conflict of interest related to his employment with the Walker Company, he simply felt it would be best to abstain whenever matters connected to the Walker Company or Pax Walker came before the board, so that even in the appearance of any impropriety would be avoided. Investigators asked Mr. Spencer whether he had voted on the subsequent change orders connected with the Walker Company contract, and he responded he didn't believe so, but it was possible that he may have voted on a couple of them. It should be noted that Menifee County School District was under state management from 2015 until 2019. During this time, the board had no decision-making authority and functioned in advisory capacity only. However, the members still occupied their seats and retained their status as sitting board members. Decision-making authority rested instead with Timothy Spencer, who was designated appointed by the Commissioner of Education during the period of state management. OEA interviewed Timothy Spencer and confirmed that during the time the district was state management, the board had no authority and functioned in advisory capacity only. However, he continued to have the board vote on matters because he believed it was the best interest of the district and the long-term strength of the board itself. The district is no longer under state management, and Timothy Spencer is now the district superintendent. And then you have conclusion, and in those conclusions, you have several statutes with KRSs. I won't bore you with those or anything about our policies. And then I will say the question of whether Gregg Spencer had a financial conflict of interest due to his employment with the Walker Company, which would made him ineligible to sit on the board, can be answered by the mere employee doctrine, see Attorney General opinion. This doctrine allows a person who is employed by a company that engages in business with a school district to serve on the board as long as the employee has no meaningful connection or influence in the financial decisions of the company or the transactions within the school district. When the district entered into the contract with the Walker Company in 2019 and with Pax Walker in 2017, Mr. Spencer had a solid connection via his longtime employment with the Walker Company. That connection, however, did not rise to the level of conflict of interest because Mr. Spencer was an employee who had no control or ownership in either of the companies or their financial decisions. He also played no role in or did not benefit from obtaining the company's contracts with the district. Therefore, the OEA finds, and I want to repeat this, the OEA finds no violation of law or policy with regard to this allegation against Chairman Gregg Spencer. The fact that the district was under state management during the time when both the Walker and Pax Company entered into contracts with the district does not affect the conclusion of this investigation. The authority to enter into the business relationship had transferred from the local board to the state education officials. The votes for the board were advisory and non-binding, but a financial conflict would arguably still exist for a board member in advisory capacity who was found to be significantly tied to a company doing business with the district. The issue not need to be resolved in this case since Gregg Spencer was a mere employee and had no financial conflict of interest. The resolution, no resolution is necessary as OEA found no violation or law of policy. So I wanted to share that with everyone and just let everyone know that we do everything as ethical and fair as possible and would never engage in any lawful or unwrongful doings in the Menifee County School District.
Thank you, Tim. Yeah, I'm gonna
I
read.
apologize for that being lengthy, but I felt that was important to read, because anytime anyone's integrity is questioned, or anytime someone is being accused of doing something false or some wrongdoing, I feel like that we need to bring out the actual factual statements and make sure that we are operating above and beyond what is necessary to make sure that this district is run in a fair and ethical manner. And for number one priority, to benefit the kids of Menifee County.
Thank you, Tim. Yeah, I have, that's, I'm not on the board to do anything like that. It's, if you can't be ethical, you don't need to be on the board to begin with. So, then having doubt that what I did was legal and the right thing to do, and I'll continue to act so. So I just hope if there's any questions or anybody questions my ethics on it, hope maybe this will settle the dust a little bit. But anyway, moving on. KSBA studies report and board member in-service training charter training waiver template request.
Just wanted to make sure that you all saw those. Do want to brag on our board a little bit. They just started this in January, and I think the vast majority of our board has completed just about every single hour of their training. They will probably have that completed probably by July. If not, they'll complete it at the December wrap up. But the vast majority of them just like 2 to 3 hours of having all the required trainings. However, they are welcome to go ahead and complete. There are 5 different levels of board training, and I would hope that someday that all of our board members receive that as much training as they possibly can and achieve the status of, I guess it's level 5 status of a school board member. I think that's correct. April, you may be able to correct me if I'm wrong. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. There's 5 levels.
Okay.
Down to communication and sharing.
Okay, I want to check our questions and make sure. I think I answered one of them just a moment ago. Do have one more question. The first question that we had was, do we intend on going, when do we anticipate that will school be closed the rest of the year? And that answer is I think I answered that a few moments ago. And also they did say, thank you for all that you're doing for all of our students and our staff members. They were very appreciative of that. But we will, once again, follow the orders of the governor, as well as our local and state and federal health officials to deem when it is safe for our students to come back. We will go upon the advice of our leaders that we rely on them, as well as Commissioner of Education. Another question that we had with the 2021 NTI days, the district had to develop an NTI policy in accordance with KDE regulations. We have, when we developed our NTI days for 2021, we have followed our policies and procedures for that, as well as KDE guidance. So when those are submitted, they will have followed the policies and procedures that was required in order for us to apply for this. And Ms. Ashley Pelfrey, our Director of Student Support Services, worked very diligently on this. And once again, she has followed all of our policies, procedures. We'll submit this, and then we'll receive feedback on it, and then we may need to make some changes to this. And those were our 2 questions. And then I would like to add that I added to the agenda. Ms. Schwartz sent this out this morning. We worked on this together, but we want to share this with our students and parents. We're having a lot of questions about graduation. We're having a lot of questions about prom. So I'll read the statement that was sent out this morning. Menifee County High School students and parents. Our primary goal is the health and safety of our students, staff, and community. Due to COVID-19, along with federal and state guidelines have changed the ways we are approaching school sports and events. In light of these guidelines, prom, senior graduation, and all other school scheduled events have been postponed. Until we celebrate together, we'll continue to celebrate you through senior spotlights on social media, newspaper, local TV channels, and district websites. We'll continue to monitor the communication with Governor Beshear and Interim Commissioner Kevin Brown for updates on guidance as we move forward and provide information to you as soon as we possibly can. As Menifee County is the heart of Kentucky, you are the heart of Menifee County High School. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact the board office, 768-8002 or 768-8102, and that's the high school. Thank you for your academic work and understanding through this difficult time. So I do know that there's a lot of questions about prom and as well as high school graduation. As soon as we are given the go-ahead, we do intend on trying to have these activities. It may be different from what you've seen in the past, but if at all possible, we will try to do those as long as it is healthy as well as it's safe for our kids. We may not have a graduation until July, or we may not have one until August, or we may have a drive-through graduation. I don't know what we may have, but we will do something to honor these kids because they're well deserving, and we will do everything we possibly can to make sure that we do have some type of ceremony for them. Prom, we'll do the best we can with prom. We may have prom where you're invited back in October for a prom, or you're invited back next spring and have the two classes together. I just don't know yet. There's so many unknowns, but we do intend on trying to have something for our kids. It's with full intentions.
Okay.
Thank you. Anybody have anything else? If not, I make the motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All those in favor of adjourning, signify by saying aye.
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 Motion passes. We are adjourned.
Thank
Thank
you all
you.
very much.